Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. Hope you guys are having a great day today. Now, I didn't make any Zarya videos while the shield meta was in full effect, but it looks like that's dying down a little bit now. The last time I made a Zarya video, she was all about her Q quest at 1 and 7 to deal as much damage as possible. It looks like that is no longer the case. Her dominant builds are shifting over to other types of playstyle, and I wanted to make a video about that. Just so happened that I'm doing it after shield meta kind of died off a little bit and not while it was in full effect. I just didn't find the time to play her, that's all.
Zarya, ready for duty.
Oh, she's augmented voice in that skin. Her gun looks crazy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves in the Infernal Shrines today. The friendly team, Azmodan, Lunara, Zarya, Ariel, Ragnaros. The enemy team, Lieutenant Morals. Isn't Falstad dead? Isn't he? Ragnaros, Tychus, and Valera. At level 1, we are going to go for maximum charge. Regen globes now instantly grant 20 energy. Spend 150 seconds at or above 50 energy, and your reward is 20% maximum energy added. Did that make sense? I feel like it did. I feel like that came out perfect. What could go wrong? I'll just head up top and start soaking. I don't care about this team fight at the start of the game at all. This is my new philosophy on life. I want to be the first one to lane getting XP for my team. I don't care about any of this. If they die, that's on them. I don't care. Like, I just want to make sure we get soak. Ooh, ballsy Azmodan here, though. That's a little scary. Taste for blood. I hope he's good. I hope he's a good Azmodan. Because if not, we're all going to feel it. Alright, so our abilities on Zarya. Our Q is a skill shot with 4 charges with a 8-second cooldown per charge, so we can fire this out to deal damage to the enemy team. Our W ability is a personal shield that we can use to soak up damage. Well, looks like I'm going to be the first one dead. Oh, never mind. Our W ability is a shield that we can use to soak up damage, and our E ability is a shield we can use on our allies to have them mitigate some damage. This allows Zarya to be the front line for her team. Well, let's try to help. I mean, that was a pretty terrible dunk. This allows Zarya to be the front line for her team and provide shielding to the back line of her team at the same time. It is pretty strong. How's Azmodan doing? If that dunk was any indication, I'm a little worried about our success here, team. I'm not trying to sound like a negative Nancy already. I'm just a little worried about that talent being picked up, that's all. So I'm just bottom blocking a Valera there so she couldn't get over to our Lunara. I wanted to make sure that she stayed safe. If I do see Valera again, I'll try to bring her out of stealth. I'll try to keep 1 charge of my Q at all times. I didn't see her there though, I'm bad at this game. Alright, the first shrine is coming up soon, so I'm going to go ahead and go all the way back to base, get full health, and then go fight with my team. I don't believe that I've gotten any of my quests done whatsoever. We have not been high energy at all, but as we go into this team fight, things may start to change. At least I hope they do in that regard. Azmodan's last hit 5 minions. That's how it works, right? It's 2 energy per last hit. Pretty sure. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start this. And shield our Ariel, maybe? No, she's okay. I will mitigate this damage if I can. Yes, please hit me. I need the energy so bad. And then Ariel, if you want to go back in and just take damage, I'm totally okay with that. We're now going to go for the speed barrier. This is going to be a movement speed increase to anyone that we give our shield to, allowing them to reposition in team fights a little bit easier, allowing them to get out of trouble a little bit easier. Like that Ariel there. Probably found herself a little bit too far forward, definitely wanted to reposition, and the shield just allowed her to do that easier. A little confused as to why we don't see natural perspective coming out for Lunara at level 1 when they have a Valera on their team. I mean, you would think that she would want to know where the enemy team is in stealth all the time. Oh, let's throw out the shield, please. All right, we connected with Ariel. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to make it out of here. I keep surprising myself with what I can live through. Apparently, I'm a lot more tanky than I'm giving myself credit for. We only need 4 more of the monsters to get the objective going. While we've been doing this, our amazing Daniel has been split pushing and trying to get full use out of his level 1 trait that he picked up, or level 1 talent, I guess I should say. There's 1, 2, there we go. Go ahead and, oh, I don't have any shield to give, but I wanted to. Maybe I can give vision of Ragnaros as he's running back to the tower and mess up the jump, but it doesn't look like that's a thing. Our energy is pretty high right... Oh, you fucked up! You fucked up! Our energy is pretty high right now, so we are ticking away on our quest, and I just want to keep that going if I can. Grabbing that regen globe certainly would help, but we can just run up to this tower here and take a few shots, and that'll keep our energy high as well. The higher our energy, the more damage we do, not only with our Q ability, but with our auto attacks as well. And if you haven't noticed, Zarya has a bit of a unique auto attack. She like focuses on a single target, but then the beam can travel past that target and deal damage to things behind it. So definitely an interesting character. Looks like we're winning that push pretty well. Azmodan is doing better. He's starting to get those stacks up, so that's good. We are going to go with the explosive barrier at level 7. Now this is a talent that I'm not too familiar with, but what it does is upon expiring or breaking personal barrier, it explodes, dealing 132 damage to nearby enemies. So as we move up here, if we wanted to take some damage, when our shield is done, it will just explode. I'm gonna die.
Remember when you died? Oh, yeah, that just happened. Never mind.
Thank you, Gasol. Oh, that was so fucking bad. Like, what the hell? I was like, no one's been in this lane for the past 35 seconds. I might as well go take some damage and keep my energy up. And then the second I do that, he shows up. There was no reason for that death team. There was no reason at all. That was perfectly avoidable, and I didn't do it, and I apologize. And then Gazlo made fun of me. Feels bad. Feels real bad. Looks like Lunara's doing well, chasing after the Falstad. Is going to pick up that kill. I would like to get some energy, if I could here. A solo lane Morals. Look at that team. What will they think of next? Kids these days. Looks like she does have probably Valera with her, because I didn't actually see the target she was connected to. We'll let our Ariel reposition a little bit easier with that movement speed increase. And I'll just stand next to her so I am easier to heal as well. All right, the next shrine is coming up, and it's going to be in the top lane. Thank you for that sweet, sweet energy, and we'll get our Lunara out of there. Dude, Lunara gets so much movement speed from that? That's crazy. That's crazy. We are going to go for Expulsion Zone at level 10. This is a way of denying battlefield positioning to the enemy team. We can essentially just throw this out in a choke point, and all of a sudden we hinder movement of enemies quite a bit. Potentially could have used it there, but it wasn't a very large choke point, you know what I mean? We are soaking up some damage from the Tychus. We'll shield our Ariel. She's taking some damage, and now we can cut off that little choke point so Tychus cannot re-engage, and we can just deal damage to these guys completely unhindered. We are in the Crystal Aegis right now. I'm not too sure why. I mean, I felt like I was okay, but we'll respect that decision and just wait for her to get some more energy before she could heal me back up. There's a shield for our Lunara, making sure she can at least reposition, but she decided to go again, which is a little scary. It's a little scary, baby girl. The good thing about the Expulsion Zone is it only has a 45-second cooldown, so we should be able to use it all of the damn time, which is always pretty fun. Looks like we finished our quest, so our maximum energy has now been increased. Just go ahead and throw on my shield now, I guess. Hope for the best here. Ragnarok's really not generating a lot of energy for our Ariel right now, but that is okay. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. I do want to address what I talked about during my Lunara video again here. I am a frontline for our team where the enemy team doesn't have a frontline, and I see that as a very big problem. The fact that I'm able to soak up damage and also give shields out to my team, but I'm not considered a warrior, is mind-blowing to me. Just doesn't make any sense. We're winning these fights in a 4v5 because Azmodan is still split pushing. And I don't think that's a coincidence. I think that's because Zarya should be classified as a warrior, and they should have a warrior too. Especially when Variant's on the enemy team, but he's counted as a fucking multi-class. Maybe the problem with Variant is the fact that we don't have any other multi-classes yet, so there's no other, like, counterweight, so he's on this side of the scale, and he's just weighing it the fuck down, and there's nothing on this side to kind of balance it. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. As of right now, I don't like it. Let's just put it that way. So, the Expulsion Zone, what it did was, if people run into it, they take damage, so when we put it in there, you know, way back here, like 20 minutes ago. While it was over in that corner, it actually hit Tychus a few times, so we were actually able to deal a lot of damage with it. And of course, the damage of all of our abilities does increase the higher our energy. We'll go ahead and try to stop these guys from advancing. I think I'm pretty good, team. I think I'm pretty good. I think I'm just gonna stand here, if that's all right with you. Give myself a shield, give her a shield. We can come back, kill Falstad now. Can Falstad really do anything? No, not really. Not when your energy's this high, boys. Not when your energy's this high. Oh, man. Okay, so I think we should steal his camp because what are they going to do? They can't stop us. We have an expulsion zone up in just a few moments as well. We could tank this, get a lot of energy back, and just have this pushing in on that tier 2 defense structure of the... Oh, you went really far! I don't think you meant to go that far. Here, have a speed boost. Alright, so that'll start pushing in. That'll be no big deal. Asmodean's still split pushing bottom and hasn't taken a building yet. I think he's been rotating. Credit where credit's due. I do think he's been rotating, but I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Expulsion zone going out just a little too late. Not able to peel for our Lunara, but she was pretty far out. I feel like that was her fault more than my fault. He just had 3 seconds. I mean, Ariel taking the blame for that. Nick, why? Don't take the blame for that, Nick. That's not your fault. Let's see. We are starting to lose some of our allies out on the battlefield, but we have a 3-level lead, so I'm not that worried. Keep in mind, while you do have that massive XP lead, the enemy team is going to be getting a lot of XP because of the underdog mechanic. Because apparently when IGN reviewed the game, they didn't hear about that one. Because there's no comeback mechanics at all. But if we are a higher level and the enemy team kills us, then they get more XP per kill than we would. Oh, I think we're fine. Maybe not, maybe not. Not fine, not fine. I'll give one more shield as I'm trying to run away. Beautiful. Oh man, look at that. Lunara cleaned it up, at least she was momentarily. We did, once again, that was outnumbered as well. We didn't have Ragnaros. It's like, you can hit me. I do deeps. I promise. I do all kinds of damage. You'll get so much energy. All kinds. We are going to go for Gain Train. This is going to allow us to shield our allies, and that will bounce to other allies in the area as well. Well, it'll bounce to one other ally in the area. This means that we can essentially double the effectiveness of our E ability at any given time. Now, this is an untalented E. That's worth mentioning. So it's not going to be Stop my shield. I feel like I was fine, but that's okay. That's all right. That's all right. It was a good Aegis. It kept me alive. Not complaining. Don't really know what our team's doing at all. It's like they don't want to get the objective. It kind of feels like we only need 3 more of these little dudes. But I am hurting, so we're going to fall back just a little bit. Never mind. We're going to go all the way back to our deathbed as the enemy team is moving in. Looks like both of these guys are going to be okay. We have so much survivability on this team. It's kind of insane. Oh, feels bad. But by going after that kill, Lunara did overextend a lot as well, but it looks like she is going to be okay. Not even afraid of the Morales, just walking right in there. Walking right in without a fear. All right, so if we go ahead and take a look at the stats, we're 2-8-2. 26,000 hero damage done puts us in 2nd place behind our Lunara, which I'm feeling pretty good about. Feel pretty good about it. This isn't a full-on damage build or anything. Oh, man. Oh, God, she's so scary. She's always going so deep. Asmodean, dunk the objective. Just dunk that. Just dunk it. Just dunk that, and then we have the thing. Just dunk. Did we already did? Here we go. Finally. Thank you. We did it. Alright, so they are going to be joining us from the top. They're rotating down. Allies should be pushing in with this, no problem. Unless we're all split pushing, which it kind of looks like we want to do. Can't say I agree with that. I could have potentially interrupted that. In fact, I 100% could have interrupted that flight with the expulsion zone. It would have moved him out of that channeling location, and then I could have killed that Falstad. But I thought about it just a little too late. Here, take some damage. Please, God, something needs to damage me. I don't have any energy. How we do it on this? Looks like he's not going to go too much further. So we should start thinking about backing up. Especially because we don't have our Lunara with us any longer. Here's a movement speed increase, Ragnaros. Looks like you need it, buddy. Hey, is that 5 hours? Did I? Oh yeah, I think I cast his games on Wednesdays on the Squadron channel, I'm pretty sure. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my sippy cup and then re-engage on this. Asmodean way overextended in the bottom lane. Way overextended. Let's just grab our camps. It's exactly what we need to succeed right now, team. Wow, I didn't get any energy at all from that. Feels bad, man. How's that dunk? Oh, you're getting there. You're getting there. Oh, yeah, he's doing fantastic. I guess he has been split pushing this whole game, though. So that makes sense. All right, so we just need to try to push in and win right now. We have the Asmodan stack advantage. We have the level advantage. We're closing in on level 20 pretty quickly as well. I think we need to use that. God, look how fast we clear camps. It's crazy. I want to try to pick a fight here. I wasn't quite fast enough to get in position for the expulsion zone. I could have potentially cut off some of that retreat, but didn't quite do it in time. The next objective is going to be popping up soon anyway, so I guess we're okay just biding our time here. But I don't see any reason we can't push in and get this wall down. The talent I went for at level 16, or 13, excuse me, which is Pain is Temporary, allows me to sacrifice my energy to get a really big and hefty shield. Which means that I can go in, take a lot of damage, and I mean a lot of damage, and then as the fight is starting to wind... So she's here, right? Where'd she go? Where'd she go, George? Oh, whatever. It doesn't even matter. We can still push in and get this, no problem. Come on, team. Come on, team. We got this. So as these guys start to focus me down, assuming that they will, we can activate Pain is Temporary and become extremely tanky on top of the shields that we're already generating for myself. So like right now, we went ahead and sacrificed all of my energy for that big shield, and we have another shield coming out here if these guys want to continue to attack me. At level 20, I am going to go for Unyielding Defender, which is going to allow me to reset the cooldowns of my shields, which just makes me even tankier. Oh, I don't know if I agree with that. Are we just gonna try to win? I mean, okay, fine. Well, let's do it then. That was an Aegis. You gotta stop doing that. I need to take damage. I mean, if we're gonna stand here, we need to do something. It looks like we want to take this building. I'm really confused off what my team wants here. I'm trying to understand, but they're just giving me so many different signals. We'll go ahead and use Unyielding Defender to get our energy back and finish off their Lieutenant Morales. We can sacrifice this energy for a shield if we need to, which I did, and then go back in, generating even more shields on top of shields on top of shields. But guys, Zarya is not a tank, okay? Why would we put her in tank classifications? I don't understand why that would be a good idea. I'm so salty about it. So salty about it. But alright, so that's Zarya. That is her kind of updated build. Very tanky, very defensive, but she's not a tank. Blizzard, no, she's a sustain hero. We ended up doing 40% of the Shrine Guardian damage. That's weird. That's weird. The talents we used in today's video, I'll tell you shortly. Maximum charge at level 1, speed barrier, which I've never taken before. I liked it a lot, actually. Explosive barrier, never taken that before. I didn't feel like I got the full use out of it because it's just around your character. And it's not a very big range, at least from what I could tell. I wasn't really positioning for it, I feel like. Expulsion Zone, the tried, true, tested heroic ability for Zarya. It does a ton of damage and can block off areas. Didn't have any like really good chokes to put that down in, but we did end up securing a few kills with it, just throwing it out in the middle of the open. Pain is Temporary, one of the best talents in the game as far as I'm concerned. Gain Train gives an untalented shield to an ally next to the one that you give a talented shield to, just pure value. And then Unyielding Defender, activate to reset the cooldown of the personal barrier and shield ally, which is your W and your E ability. You can throw out 2 shields with your E, shield yourself, hit that button again, and do it all over. It's pretty ridiculous. So the stats, we did almost as much damage as our Lunara because she got real feedy towards the end. Deer feed, feels bad. And pretty happy with how I played today. Just the Zarya classification is ridiculous. It really is. The fact that they didn't have a warrior on their team because I played Zarya is really, really dumb. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.